Why I needed a new yoga routine. Yoga has always been a part of my life, ever since I was a young girl. My mom was a huge yoga advocate and she took me with her to her yoga classes when I was old enough to sit still and follow an instructor. Since then I've always worked towards incorporating yoga in my weekly routine no matter how busy I get with work and other responsibilities. Would I consider myself an expert? Not at all. While I've always been a yoga enthusiast, I would never go so far as to call myself a yogi. Even after all these years, there are still some poses I find impossible to pull off, but that doesn't really bother me. Yoga isn't a lifestyle for me, it's a way to stay in shape. So when I first heard about Zoe Bray-Cotton's new yoga course, Yoga Burn, from a friend, I didn't really see what the big deal was. There are thousands of videos and courses online, and most of them are free. Why would I need to pay for another dime a dozen yoga course when I have a perfectly fine yoga class one regularly attend? Then the lockdowns hit and my weekly yoga class was no more. I tried to keep up with Zoom sessions with friends and YouTube videos, but it always felt like something was missing. Like even when I was pushing myself, I lacked the motivation to keep going on my own. It's hard to do all this on your own because sometimes it feels like you're just doing one random pose after another. There's no real ladder making you feel like you leveled up or you got better this week. That's when I decided it might be time to give the Yoga Burn challenge a shot. It promised something that a lot of other yoga courses and videos never mentioned: growth through progression. Yoga Burn revolves around the science of dynamic sequencing yoga, and Zoe Bray-Cotton does a great job explaining what this means in her videos. Essentially, as fun as yoga can be, most classes and courses out there fall short when it comes to actually helping yoga students improve over time. That's why some people can spend months or years regularly doing yoga and never achieving that perfect feminine figure they want: the tight butt, the flat stomach, the toned arms and legs. Even those who watch their diets and never skip a class always fall short of their ideal look. The reason for this is simple: there's no real progression when it comes to most yoga classes. Certified yoga instructors are taught all the important poses and how each pose connects with every other pose. But they don't focus so much on creating a system of poses that pushes the body to progress. Does this mean you won't benefit from most yoga classes? Not at all. But it means you might never overcome your plateau, which is when the body reaches a point where it no longer builds new muscle because it has already built enough muscle to accomplish everything you're asking it to do. To continue to build muscle and tone the body must be pushed at a higher and more intense level at every peak. This is why bodybuilders increase their weights and reps, but when it comes to yoga, increasing your intensity isn't as easy as adding 5 kilos to your bar. That's how dynamic sequencing yoga is different. It uses a concept that bodybuilders might be familiar with: progressive overload, in which the body is slowly but gradually challenged at higher and higher levels. After you become strong enough to pull off a certain sequence of poses, Zoe ups the ante and gives you something more difficult to master. This forces the body to overcome its comfort plateau and keep building muscle long after other yoga programs would have stopped. In summary, Zoe Bray-Cotton's Yoga Burn challenge claims to help yoga students with overcoming frustrating muscle and body shape plateaus. Accomplishing this through a process that involves 3 distinct phases, which we discuss below. Continuously building strength, flexibility, and power, equipping your body with more than just superficial muscles. Achieving your ideal feminine shape with weight loss, skin tightening, and increased flexibility. Reaching maximum stress relief and relaxation during and after the sessions. Doing all this in just 3 45-minute classes every week. Committing properly to the Yoga Burn program has helped women achieve increased flexibility, better sleep, weight loss and the promotion of a lean body, improved blood flow, higher energy levels, greater muscle strength and tone, balanced mood. Make no mistake, the Yoga Burn challenge is for women. While men can definitely give it a go, Zoe Bray-Cotton has specifically designed a sequence and selection of poses that get the most out of strength building and body toning for the female form. Can beginners and advanced yogis benefit equally from the Yoga Burn course? Unfortunately, no, and this might be one downside of the course. Yoga Burn is geared towards women who are trying yoga for the first time, women who do yoga casually, like myself, Women who are advanced practitioners of yoga but aren't concerned about raising their skill level, and instead want a complete review of the foundations. That doesn't mean advanced students will get nothing of value from this course. If you are the top student at your yoga class or a yoga teacher yourself, you might still learn something new with this course, particularly Zoe's discussions on dynamic sequencing and progressive overload, which you can incorporate into your own lifelong routines moving forward. Ideally, the perfect student for Yoga Burn is someone who is enthusiastic and ready to commit for the 12-week duration of the course. You must have the motivation to set aside 45 minutes, 3 times a week, every week for 3 months to lose weight, increase your flexibility and core strength. This isn't something you can pick up and put down whenever you feel like it. For real results, you need to keep going until you finish.